Justin, you do a great job of following the realignment trails. And the latest that we got of significance that's concrete is the ACC revenue sharing deal and the 60-40 split that they determined. And if anyone's behind on that news, it's basically, 6 weeks ago, 60% of the ACC media rights revenue goes as a basically a popularity determination of the TV ratings and the math equation to determine who gets that 60%, and the 40% is split evenly among all the schools. And so the ACC kind of put a Band-Aid on its situation right now because a lot of the deal that was put together almost points to doom in the future because the buyout or the payout to leave the league is minuscule. But what I'm pointing to since then, now we had, of course, the SEC coaches and commissioner got together at their meetings in Destin, Florida last week, and a lot of rhetoric comes out of there. And it seems like Greg Sankey's pretty verbose about the SEC's place in college football and wanting to change things, correct things, and being the driving force in all of that. And then, making it very known that there's possibly there is in play a partnership with the Big Ten. So do you in any way fear for West Virginia if it is a 48 team deal, if the Wake Forests of the world get pushed aside, do you think that's in any way jeopardizes West Virginia? Because my first thought is that it obviously shouldn't. It's just too strong of a football program and brand and tied to the history of the sport, you would think, but based on what we've witnessed over the last 5 or 6 years, who knows?
Mark, I could rant about this for an hour, but I won't. I think about it almost every day, man. But I am concerned because obviously I'm biased, but I do see West Virginia as a really good brand. I mean, they're the 15th winningest program of all time. Winningest program that doesn't have a national championship. I mean, go down the, one of only 2 athletic programs that are top 25 in wins in both football and men's basketball. I mean, there's a lot of, I could sit here and lay out all the positives, but here's the problem. Everything today seems to be driven by money, market size, population, even academics is starting to play, seems to be playing a huge role in some of these realignment decisions because it's school presidents who are making them at the end of the day. And that's something I think a lot of people fail to talk enough about. And when you look at West Virginia is a very small state, a very poor state, one of the poor states in the country. I'm sure that's not super attractive to advertisers, right? Have a very passionate fan base and a decent sized fan base, but they're probably in the top 30 in fan base in the country. They're never going to be able to compete with Ohio State, Notre Dame, Texas, Alabama, those schools. So yeah, I'm definitely concerned. Now, I've even been on record saying it might even be better at some point for the P2 to break away, do their own thing, and let West Virginia, their peers, do their own thing. I wouldn't deep down. I would not like that to happen. I don't want that to happen, but I think we might be heading in that direction at some point. As much as it pains me to say, and I fear that West Virginia won't have a seat at the table.
Because I got to think the competitor in you, for as difficult as it's going to be for West Virginia to win a national championship in football, the competitor in you and West Virginia fans would be that if we're playing this AAA level football and we win that national championship, that it's just not going to satisfy like it is competing, even if you don't get to the mountaintop.
Yeah.
With the SEC and the Big Ten. Or maybe it shakes out this way, and I'm sure you've gone over this. The ACC loses the likes of Clemson, Florida State, Miami, and then the likes of Louisville, NC State. That next layer runs for the Big 12. the rest
which
of the
I would love
league
to happen. Yep.
implodes and probably goes to the American Conference and becomes
Mhm.
G5.
Right.
And, the Big 12 becomes the Big 20 or so. And it's even a stronger league and can at least, it's going to be a distant third, but at least playing
Yeah. Yeah.
with the Power Boys. Yeah.
Yeah. That's, and I hate to wish for the downfall of a conference, Mark. I
Yeah.
don't like to be that guy. But I worry that if something like that doesn't happen, that West Virginia will get left out. And at the end of the day, I'm a West Virginia fan first. And I want my team to be included. But, you look at the finances, West Virginia has one of the lowest budgets of any program in the country. I'm still puzzled at how they're going to come up with this $20.5 million. They say they're going to do it. They've committed to doing it. I'm still trying to me, the math doesn't math, but Ren Baker's a great AD. He'll figure it out. But I mean, they have $106 million athletic budget, and you're going to take $20.5 million of that and pay players with it.
And the media rights is
It just
what? Low
it doesn't
40s,
add up,
right? That media rights per
it's
year.
30. Well, the base is 31.6, and then all in, they're probably going to make around 50. All in, once you count NCAA tournament, college football playoff, everything, they should be somewhere in the $50 million range. But the problem is the SEC and Big Ten are sitting at 90 are going to be at 90 to 100 million.
Sure.
I mean, how do you compete with that?